Ollie Robinson may not have got a place in the England playing 11 for the third test at Rajkot versus India. But what he cannot do on the field, he sometimes can do it off the field. Ollie Robinson used to write columns for a certain outlet in the Ashes period, where certain comments were not taken very lightly. Some comments were otherworldly, others just could not believe it. The way how he used to spin those things when it had to come to the result, when it had to come to the mindset of the England cricket team, indeed made him one of the favourites. And now in a weekly column that he is writing for Wisdom, Ollie Robinson has outlined some very interesting things. How does Bazball work? What is Ben Stokes' captaincy? And indirectly, I am not saying directly, indirectly, he has stated that India are probably afraid of Bazball. Why is that? Writing in his column, Ollie Robinson pointed out one instance when Shubman Gill, who had hit a century, came out for the press conference when England were chasing 399. And that was the instance when Ollie Robinson stated that maybe India are scared about Bazball. Why is that? Because he highlighted one particular quote that Shubman Gill had stated. He said, "We needed 399 in the fourth innings of the second test." Shubman Gill comes out and states that we have got a 30% chance. That is England. England have a 30% chance. 70% is with India. Everybody of us stated that yes, 70% India are winning the test match, and they went on to win. But even giving the opposition 30% chance, now that is surprising. He stated Jimmy Anderson has never seen an Indian player come out and say something like that. He's been to 4 tours of India now. This is his 4th tour. If you look at 5th tour, he's been there on every single instance, and he's admitted he's never seen an Indian player state that the opponent also has a 30% chance. That itself is a victory in Bazball's psychological warfare, if you look at it. Shubman Gill said 30% chance. Now that is enough for England to latch on to the fact, okay, whatever happens, they will want to perform in high confidence heading into the remainder of the 3 tests in Rajkot, Ranchi and Dharamshala. But there is one thing that Ollie Robinson's not beating the bush around, and that is his praise for Jasprit Bumrah. He's got an average of 20.2 in test matches, and at home it is even lesser. On these flat spinning decks, Bumrah's wizardry is something that has made everybody stand up and applaud his genius work. Which is why Robinson stated, to watch him ply in his trade in India is really special. He's really special to watch. Credit to Jasprit, he's extraordinary. Indeed, extraordinary Bumrah, 6 for 45. Had it not been for that spell, India would not have levelled the series in Vizag, because the batters had failed, barring 1 or 2. Rest of the others just chipped in enough to ensure Bumrah had that spell, and he's going to be lethal yet again. He's going to play in Rajkot. Whether he will take rest in Ranchi, that remains to be seen or not. Now, you'll all be wondering, right, that the way England are going about, with the way how England are batting, aggression, razor's edge, how does England manage to do it? What is the message within the group that Brendan McCullum and Ben Stokes have decided to state? Ben and Baz's message for the entire England cricket team is, they have given us confidence that no matter what has happened in the past, we should just go out there and play with freedom, not worry about previous innings or series. Once again, India have come back from a 1-0 deficit and made it 1-1. Maybe the series will go 3-1 in favour of India. After this point, England could very well lose the series. But for England, that doesn't matter. They just say, they will give us confidence. Okay, you're doing it. We are with you. We are backing you. We are not going to let you go. You will ensure that you continue this way of playing. You continue to be proactive. That is the message. Forget individual milestones. Forget results. You bat with confidence and you make it in such a way that test cricket is entertaining to watch. And that is essentially the message. The confidence is sky high. If you lose, no problem. Bounce back. Even if you don't bounce back, try. That is the kind of calm mindset that England is preparing to do, and it comes straight from one of the players who's been working inside the Bazball system for 1 year, ever since McCullum took charge. How is Stokes as a captain? Robinson has a very interesting theory in that he is very observant as a captain and in the field. If you actually watch him on the field, it's all very calm and calculated. He doesn't get too caught up in the moment. Just at the moment, he just doesn't make knee-jerk reactions. He doesn't take knee-jerk decisions that, oh, okay, I would want to ensure that if he hits a boundary, spread the field out. If he's too defensive, get the field in. He has adopted a kind of an in and out field, which is why, looking at India, they have been very lucky to get across the line in Vizag primarily because of the bowling. The batters somewhat let the advantage slip, but let us admit to it. Stokes, you know that he can actually set out a good field. I remember 2 examples wherein a batter just slog swept the ball. There was a fielder positioned exactly for that. He doesn't make too many changes in the field because he felt that many people say, oh, why isn't he so proactive? He admits in the dressing room, not much was happening, because of which I didn't want to make many field adjustments. He is very adjusting in that sense of the way Ben Stokes as a captain. But yes, past England captains, if you compare Andrew Strauss, Alistair Cook, Kevin Peterson, Joe Root, he seems to have taken the proactivity to a very next level then. Now, what is the method? Is there a method to the Bazball madness? That is what Ollie Robinson has highlighted. He clearly mentions, whether we chase it or not, we just want to entertain and show people that this is how we are going to play cricket. We want to show teams around the world that this is how we are going to play cricket. He admits 4 a.m. people are getting up and watching us play, and they're getting pretty entertained about it. Every single time, looking at England's approach, the draw is taken out of the equation. You'll either have an England win or you'll have an India win. In that way itself, Test cricket is becoming very revolutionary. Gone are the dark days of the 60s, 70s or the 80s. You play to win, and that is exactly what England are doing at this point. Fast-paced, 4.5 runs, 5 runs per over, 3.9 also. It ensures that England have kept the game open, and it has happened in such quick time, a result can be forced. That's how England want to play their Test cricket. Attacking, aggressive and also exciting. This is the clear message that is pinned down in the group, and this is how it is transmitted each and every time. The messages are, we are going to win, we are going to chase it, we are going to do this. Someone's going to get a 180 or a 190. It happened in the case of Ollie Pope in Hyderabad. It didn't happen in Vizag, but England are not losing sleep over it. So that's why there is always, we'll do it, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it. That is the simple philosophical mantra of Bazball. It may not pay off 7 out of the 10 times, but if it does, it's pretty spectacular. 5 tests only England have lost in this era. And that is the reason why maybe this Bazball technique is working. But another interesting anecdote, Robinson has often stated that we don't use the term Bazball. It's just not to mention Bazball, because Brendan McCullum himself doesn't like it. So that's why, looking at the inner workings of Bazball, 2 things can be safely concluded. The confidence and belief in the England cricket team is high now, irrespective of results. Even if you lose Rajkot, they are not going to go into a shell. They'll continue to play attacking cricket somewhere when the opposition will just lose control. That is what they are planning to do. Secondly, past results are not a baggage on this team. You should just shun it off and then move ahead. That is something England is really taking to it seriously. So one hopes that Bazball can really turn up the heat in Rajkot. Already the weather is changing. Let's see how Rajkot dishes out a brilliant test. Can England make it 2-1 or will India make it 2-1? It is all set up for a very, very entertaining test match indeed. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.